it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I am up on the Crafty Maven today with a little art party. And I decided to get really messy, which is so not like me. So I have this stencil from Vicky Bouton, and I just used some texture paste from Walmart. And then I have this fun holiday pigment kit from Spiegel Mom Scraps. Unfortunately, this particular one I believe is sold out. So I am using some shimmers, and this one I think is Pip Pip Pink. I'm not really sure. But if you would like to know, I will definitely look it up and find that for you. So I had been watching Missy Whitten, and she is like the queen of mixed media. Like, yeah. And I love how she does all the mixed colors. So I'm like, okay, I am going to try and tackle this. So I start with just that pink, and now I'm going to move to blue, which I believe is one of her other favorite colors. And I tried to put it on without water, but it was just too clumpy. So I add water to the packaging as well as the paper. Now, this piece of paper has been treated with some white gesso. So just kind of a heads up about that, because I did plan on using lots of water. And then the last one is Christmas Cheer. I think the blue is Pull Me Closer, yes. Oh, I can almost read the pink. Pip Cheerio, I think. So then I let this dry, and I was like, you know what? She always adds like a little bit of a different shade of that color with all kinds of fun stuff. So I decided to pull out my gelatos, and I'm going to add a few different colors. I add another pink, I add another blue, and I add some yellow. I even pull out my Vicky Bouton art crayons that I've never used, and I used a pink one from there. And I'm just kind of playing with all of the colors and seeing how they mix and blend and go well together. And I just love it. And so I do end up letting it dry overnight. And I do put a like heavy book iris container or something like that over it to try and flatten it out a little bit. So that is going to do it for my mixed media. And there it is, all done and beautiful. And it's still a little warped, and I'm okay with that. It will eventually go in a page protector, so it will be flat eventually. So I'm using this super fun selfie of my goddaughter and my son from the fair. And I have this little like card holder from the carousel collection, and the color is good, but I wanted the yellow with the yellow. And so I really wanted it more on that side, and it was just covering it up too much. And I was just like, okay, I've played with it enough. It's not going to make it. So I'm going to put it to the side. So now I'm going to go through the Carousel Collection 6x8 pad. And I'm just going to do a few mats around my photo. So all of the colors in this collection do go with the colors that I chose for the mixed media. Thank goodness. That wasn't my intention. When I was going through what colors I wanted to put, I knew I really just wanted kind of that bright pink from the photo. Other than that, like that was my jumping off point. So I am going to mat this 3 times, I believe. And just regular matting. It's not, oh, I just lied. Here I was like thinking I knew what I was doing, and guess what? I don't. So I thought I was going to mat it, and then I decided to just have one little off piece. And I think that I did that because that gold piece and the gold mixed media, kind of, I wanted it in that dividing line. So now I feel like I need to add some more paper. So I'm going to tear a little piece off here and add this little scrap. And all I do is just add adhesive, stick it on there, and call it good. And there you go. So that brings a little of the blue pattern paper to that side, and I know that I am done with the mixed media now, so I am going to focus on building up this page. So I'm going to start with literally building up my photo and putting some fun foam on the back of it. And then I have this other card that has this Ferris wheel, and I know they're not on a Ferris wheel, but it's really cool. So my idea is to cut apart this card. So I'm going to start with these scallops up at the top, and then I am going to cut out the Ferris wheel. Sorry, my voice is deciding to take a leap in the wrong direction. I'm going to be a frog now, I guess. So I am apparently a fussy cutting frog. So I hope you guys aren't too crazy annoyed with my frog while I'm fussy cutting on screen. So I thought that I wanted that on the side with the gold, but since the background of it was blue, I felt like it needed to go on the blue side, plus if I put it on the other side, it's too close to my son's face, where my goddaughter's face is more to the top of the photo, and I wanted to scoot it under it. I wanted it layered. Now I'm going to switch it up a little bit later because I'm just going to kind of look at it for a little bit. I am going to use that title, Oh Happy Day. And this is all from the Carousel collection. So this is the sticker sheet. So I'm going to add those 2 pieces up to the top that say Celebrate. It kind of looks like fake washi. And then I have a pink ticket to go up in that pink area. And I kind of thought I could add some roller skates. And then I was like, no, Crystal, you really can't add the roller skates. Like, they're definitely not roller skating. And I don't even know if they have roller skates at the fair. Yeah, I think the roller skates could work. Because really, I just put a hot air balloon on there. And there's no hot air balloons at the fair either. So I'm going to add some balloons. I'm going to add the hot air balloon. And I like how they're looking kind of nestled behind the Ferris wheel, but the Ferris wheel is bothering me. I think it's bothering me for 2 reasons. One, it's just covering up so much of the mixed media. And so I wanted that to show through. I was really happy with my mixed media, which is not normally the case. So since I was happy with it, I was like, I really want to showcase that. And then it's like half on, half off because it's on the photo. So more fussy cutting. I am just going to cut the top out, and I'm loving that. I just have to figure out a way to tuck these balloons in so they don't look crazy. I didn't want them to look like they were floating off. I wanted them to look more like they were just behind the Ferris wheel. So I'm not sure that makes any sense either. Here I'm going to try the other balloon. and it needs to go up a little bit higher in the pink area. I do end up doing a little bit of tone on tone, so I got some yellow and gold over on the left. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And then some blue items with blue and pink with pink. Now, this blue banner I love, and I wanted it on this layout so bad. So I was bound and determined to find a spot for it. So it is going to snuggle down there, and if you can see, it kind of just barely goes from the edge where the blue and the yellow meet to in the blue, but then again, I felt like it was floating. So I add a chipboard heart, and I actually had a gold and a pink chipboard heart on the chipboard sheet too. So those are going to get added. And that chipboard sheet, if you can kind of see it, is pretty close to killed. So I'm very happy with it. So that is going to do it for my layout. Make sure you head over to the Crafty Maven Facebook group. There is tons and tons and tons of inspiration. And stay tuned to the channel. I think we have a video a day for the rest of the year. So I really hope you had a very Merry Christmas if you celebrated yesterday. And look forward to the new year, or the new decade, as my son likes to refer to it as. So there's the final photo, and remember to wear your crown. Bye.